Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Virgo and Pisces on Saturdays. Also, I do want to let you guys know that the deck that I'm using today is called the Sun and Moon Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, my information is in the description below. Also, for those of you guys who are interested, the way I shuffle my cards, well, usually what I'll do is I'll only take cards that jump out. But since we have 8 cards already, well, 8 or 9 cards is usually what I pull, we can get started on your reading. So I do just want to give you guys a quick reminder that in case you enjoy, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the 10 of Wands. So Virgo, you guys like to be very helpful, right? And I feel like part of the issue here is that you guys tend to have this habit of sort of taking on all the responsibilities. And part of that is because you like to be helpful and you like to be wanted and needed. But the other part of that is also the fact that you guys are sometimes of the opinion that, like, if you want something done right, do it yourself. But I'm thinking that even though that might be getting you the best results in your eyes, you need other people to be able to work and do their part as well as help you, because I don't think that overall this energy is sustainable. So you have to sort of delegate out responsibilities. Even if it's like just chores around the house, like you can get somebody else to like do this or like do that or whatever, so you can divide and conquer and you can be in a better situation as a result, because I feel like you guys are suffering a lot from tiredness. And it's very interesting because I think that for some of you guys it has to do with work. And I think that there's going to be some pretty big revolutions and revelations in work right now with this Tower card. So the Tower card, I always say, gets a bad reputation because it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. And when you rip off a Band-Aid very quickly, like obviously it hurts, but it's the most effective way to get it off, right? If you sort of peel it slowly, then you're never going to get it off and it's going to hurt more in the long run. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now energetically. So what you're trying, so I guess you're not necessarily trying to, but the universe is trying to allow you, in order to be able to rebuild sort of this tower, it has to come crumbling down, right? So the whole point of the tower is, in order to build it up again, you basically tear it down so that you're able to make a much sturdier foundation, and that way it withstands a lot more to begin with, right? And I'm seeing this in tandem here with the Six of Pentacles, right? And the Six of Pentacles is a card all about putting work into a situation. And I think that in this particular deck, more than anything, it represents manifestation. Because if you look, it's a little hard to tell, but these are sort of coins that are coming down from the sky, and she's catching them in her blouse. So what I think is going on here is that you guys are doing some excellent manifestation work, and you're going to see a lot of money coming towards you. My only advice here is that with this Tower card, you need to be careful about working against the energy as opposed to working with the energy. So if you are cooperative with the universe and try your best in order to have sort of this powerful transformation as quickly and effectively as possible, then it's not going to be as painful as if you resist the change the entire way through. So give change a second thought. You know, it's not all bad. Some of it can be for the better, and just try to do your best with it. I'm seeing here that there may certainly be a fire sign that you have not been able to get along. I'm hearing coworker for a lot of you guys, right? So that's interesting because right now we're in sort of that self-isolation period where not a whole lot of people are working. And in fact, a lot of people have lost their jobs. But I feel like, especially if you're watching this later on down the road, you're dealing with somebody who is very fire sign kind of an energy, right? Very shoot now and ask questions later. And I do just want to say that the King of Wands is representative of fire signs such as Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But this is somebody who's very rash, who's very immature, and you certainly see them that way, even though they're a king. So what I'm getting here is that they kind of present themselves one way when in reality they're something else, because I see the Justice in reverse. If the Justice was in reverse, I would be much more readily happy to accept this King of Wands as a king, because kings are fair and they understand how to treat other people in a way that is fair, right? But because it's in the reverse, I feel like this person, even though they pretend or at least want people to perceive them as a king, act in a way that's very immature and act in a way that's very unjust to you in particular. And I feel like that's kind of what's got you also in a rut. I feel like if you guys are dealing with somebody like this, that's perhaps your boss or living close to you or maybe even in your house, like that's going to create a ripple effect to other places in your life and make things a lot more difficult. Because I'm sort of looking forward here and I see this Five of Swords, which the Five of Swords is my petty argument card. So I think that for a lot of you guys, you're kind of just like done with hearing somebody, and it doesn't have to be a fire sign, and it doesn't have to be like whoever you think that might be. What I'm saying here is that whoever you honestly truly think that this person is, that's probably who's causing you all this kind of distress and annoying you so much. And I think it's causing a lot of petty arguments. And once you sort of learn to move past these petty arguments, and I'm not saying that it's all on you, that could not be farther than what I'm saying, because you've taken this whole situation and just thrown it on your shoulders, dealing with the whole thing, when no, you need to expect things out of other people as well. But like I was saying, with the Seven of Wands here, I feel like this relationship is worth salvaging. I'm hearing parent for some of you guys. It might be with like a father or something. Even though I'm hearing the least that I'm hearing as partner, it's certainly partner for some of you guys. But either way, this connection is worth fighting for, and it's worth putting the effort in order to get a result. And I really like that I see this Knight of Swords here, because the Knight of Swords talks about communication, and that makes me feel like you're going to be able to have a sort of a good moment with this kind of person. The Tower card is probably in relation to them, but I think that more than just that, the Knight of Swords here is really going to help you out with this communication. So it's going to allow you to really talk to this person, as opposed to it just kind of happening by itself. And although the idea of things happening by themselves feels kind of comfortable, I think it's much better that you're taking sort of action into your own hands and doing things in a way that is most sort of beneficial for you in particular. But I'm seeing this Temperance card here, and the Temperance card is very interesting to me because I always talk about sort of baking when I see a Temperance card. The Justice card here tells us that we need 50-50 justice, right? It's either black or it's white. It's either yes or it's no, right? And those two things need to be in balance and live in tandem with each other. But when you have the Temperance card, it teaches you that moderation is good, and that, excess is bad, but also things are proportional. For example, if you bake a cake and you put the same amount for every single ingredient, then your cake is going to be inedible, right? Like if you put an equal amount of vanilla extract as you do milk, then your cake will be actually poisonous. So that's what I feel like this energy is that you guys need to learn how to strike up a conversation. And when I say conversation, I mean a relationship with how you want to interact. Not necessarily create a romantic relationship with this person, but create an understanding of how your interaction should go. But with this Two of Cups, I'm definitely seeing that there is love coming forth with you guys, or maybe your love life has been affected by this person. Either way, with the Two of Cups, I see a lot of improvement. So if you have like a crush on this person, or if you want to have a connection, like there is certainly hope. So don't rule that out yet. But do rule out sort of this energy here of putting everything on your shoulders, because not everything, you don't have to bear with everyone's crosses by yourself. So Virgo, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like or a comment, because it really helps out the channel, and I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new videos for Virgo and Pisces on Saturdays, but in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other Thomas readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for next reading.